I'm going to do a short video to document the change. We're taking off the TC Bro mini-apes and putting these bars on. Now these are actually quite a bit wider. Keep in mind there's no bar end weights on here. And it's going to put me into a more comfortable seating position. So I pull off the two small wires on each side, which is your clutch switch and your brake light switch. And then I just took off the lever assembly and put a rag on the bike, put them around, tied them together, and bungeed them in place so they're out of the way. I took off the bar end weight, which you absolutely need with this bike. The heavier, the better. And I was trying to get my Vans grips off, but I had to cut it. I couldn't get them off. But I love these grips. So right between the handlebar clamps is this little black cover, and there's fuses under there. To get that off, you have to turn the handlebars and get a short stubby Phillips, and take them out. So to take off the switch gear, there's two Phillips head. You loosen those, and then you loosen your handlebar clamps. That way you can slide the handlebars over and you don't have to make a big deal about taking the wiring harness off. Okay, so I got the old handlebars off, and then you'll look underneath and you'll see there's a little 1/8 of an inch hole that you have to drill on each side. Now what that's going to do is that's going to keep the switch gear from rotating around. So I measured the location of those holes and I marked it on the new handlebars, put them in the drill press, drilled the hole, then I put the new handlebars on the bike, and the switch gear has to go right into the right position, and there's a little tab underneath here which slides into that hole that you drilled, and now this cannot spin when you apply the choke or operate the buttons. So handlebar positioning is complicated and it's a lot of preference. But basically with this style of handlebars, which I call a traditional, this has about a 6.5 inch rise. I don't want my arms locked. I want a little bit of a bend in the elbow. So I sit on the bike and I measure from my crotch to the end of the handlebars. And I'm at about 25 inches on this bike. My F650 is very comfortable, and that's about 23 inches. But when I pulled it back to 23 inches, I didn't like the way it looked. As it is with 25 inches, the bars are pretty far back. So I'm going to stick with that to start. I can always fine tune that, but now I'm going to finish putting the rest of the controls on. I just want to make a note about these handlebar clamps. You'll notice in here, there's little spacers. They're metal spacers, and they convert it from a 1-inch handlebar to a 7/8 inch handlebar. And then on these clamps, there's a way that you tighten these down. You can see on the bottom side, there's a space here, and on the top, it's together. So you want to just go in hand tight till the top touches, and then you tighten it on the bottom, all even, all 4 bolts, and torque it down like that. So I've got the bars on, I've got the levers on and adjusted, and the mirrors are on and adjusted, and boy, it really feels nice. I mean, my arm is almost straight, but the elbow's just slightly bent.